ladies and gentlemen. Get your pen and paper out. I'm going to keep the sauce for the end. I'm going to keep the sauce for the end, or at some point inside the video. It'll be up to you whether you find it. But I'm going to give you the secret, the ultimate secret between rich and poor people. And I'm not talking about rich people that, inherit money and things of this nature. But there's a fundamental similarity on how rich people think. And not just rich of the pocket, right? Rich of the mind. People that have achieved success, right? And it's not just about money. But I know we have a lot of young cats in the chat, right? Give me your guys' age, ladies and gentlemen. Give me the age. Give me your age range. Because I was looking at my stats, right? I was looking at my analytics, and I spotted the age range and the demographic, right? And of course, it's the demographic that I'm looking for because it's the demographic that I can resonate with. So the point here is a simple one. A lot of you guys have the same problem, which is you're poor, right? That is the fundamental problem that a lot of you guys have, and you're looking for answers, hopefully, on how to not be poor. Now, I looked for these responses myself many years ago when I started this journey. I looked for these answers on what was the fundamental difference between a rich person and a poor person. Because we understand that there has to be something in the mind is different between somebody that is homeless and somebody that owns a palace. There is some, and I'm not saying has a palace that comes from a family and things like that. I mean that has earned it, right? That has earned it. So what is the fundamental difference between a person that has money and a person that doesn't have money? And today we're going to be uncovering that. I want to share that secret with you. I want to share that principle, because once you understand this, well, you can take over the world. Because you can't conquer the world unless you first conquer yourself, right? That is an absolute necessary ingredient to your success. You need to be able to conquer self. But most of you guys don't know how to do that, right? You don't know how to conquer self. So I don't blame you. You haven't been taught. That's why a lot of you guys are slaves. So I'm going to teach you by the end of the stream how you can get anything that you want in life. And it's make sure you have your pen and your paper out, because this will change your life. Fundamentally, it will change your life for the better. If you follow to the T what I tell you today, your life will become better by multiples. It is not what if, it is a formula that is guaranteeing success. It guarantees success. Why? Because, well, it's not a formula that I created, but it's a formula that I learned. It's a formula that has been proven to be successful, and I want to share it with you, just like it was shared to me many years ago. And that was what has led me to be where I am today. So, Ecom Society is finally live, ladies and gentlemen. We've been working on this project diligently for almost a year. And as you know, e-commerce is booming. Q4 is right around the corner. And in Q4 is when most people make money online. It's the hot season. It's what everybody that's making money online is waiting for, because this is when people shop for the holidays, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Amazon Prime Day, Christmas, New Year's. It's a lot. Now, e-commerce, when I got started back in 2017, was a little bit taboo. It was a little bit weird. People weren't making the same amount of money. The tools, the opportunities, they were a little bit odd. But in 2025, with social media, it is obvious that e-commerce is alive and well. It is true. It is a real way to find location and time freedom to build a business that doesn't make you have a 9-to-5 or doesn't require you to have a paycheck or to clock in, because that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for riches. You're looking to get financially free. You're looking to find a way to help your family. And e-commerce was that vehicle for me. And it's the vehicle that's facilitated, millions of people to work from their laptops. Now, all of this is possible if you have the right information, the right experts, the right resources, which is why we decided to aggregate and put everything together in one single location, Ecom Society, right? Brought the best experts in dropshipping, Amazon FBA, Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok shops, so that you could learn, not only learn, but also start making money online. When we decided to put Ecom Society together, the question was, how can I help somebody make their first dollar online today? Quickly. How can they make their first dollar on Shopify right away? And we realized that they needed the right resources, the right community, the right AI tools, the right store building tactics, all in one location so they could fast track their way to success. It's not about learning information, it's about getting results. And that's what Ecom Society is all about. Now, if you're interested, click the link below. Ecom Society details will be in there. I look forward to seeing you inside. I promise you, you'll love it. It will not disappoint. See you soon.
Let's get started here with Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. See what the heck is going on. Little T in the chat, if we're ready to get on with Twitter. But by the end of this video, you will know what you need to do in order to do whatever it is that you want to do in life. You can accomplish anything, but I will teach you how to accomplish it. Okay? I will teach you how to accomplish it because I have learned the key and I will share it with you today. And if you take note and you do what I tell you, you have a higher likelihood of it benefiting your life in a tremendous way. In a tremendous way. Okay? This is a fundamental law, and I will share it with you. W in the chat if you guys are ready, motherfuckers. Let's have a good stream today. I'm bringing the sauce, all right? I'm bringing the sauce. I'm gonna share it with you guys. I'm gonna tell you what's up. First, we gotta do spam that like button, like and unlike. Run that shit. Run that shit. Apparently, it helps the algorithm. I don't know. Somebody told me. Maybe they're just playing. Somebody said lower music. No. I'm good with the music. I'm enjoying myself here. We got one more song. I always intro with the three songs that I like. They're my Drake lo-fi. I hope I don't get copyright strikes from it. Who knows? But it doesn't really matter. Make sure you go get your pen and your paper right now. I gotta fucking fly here. Pen and paper, okay? It's extremely important that you have it. Your life depends on it. I believe your life truly depends on it. But we're gonna start off with Twitter, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys know the fucking ritual. This is how we do it, from start to finish. Let's see the lunacy that is taking place in the world, okay? Now we're gonna start with our friend Joe. You guys know Joe. But it ain't the Joe that you're thinking about today. Alright, it ain't the Joe that you're thinking about. We're gonna talk about Joe Rogan, ladies and gentlemen. Because I love this man, bro. JR is the best. He's the best. He's the best. I learned a lot from a lot of his content, and I appreciate the pioneering that this man is doing. Shout out to JR. One day we'll meet, all in due time. But in the meantime, we will react to one of his videos where he's talking about the Vatican. Okay, he's talking about the Vatican Church. So, I'm coming for the Catholics, I'm coming for the trannies, I'm coming for the feminist bullshit, I'm coming for the broke peasant mindset, I'm coming for the fucking haters, I'm coming for the Democrats, the reps, all of them, bro. All of them, every single one of them is gonna get hit on this channel, every single one of them, even us. I'll probably roast myself every now and then. But anyways, if you do not follow my Twitter, at Luke Belmar on Twitter, motherfuckers, we're gonna have a good ass stream today. It is Friday night. A lot of people are bullshitting. A lot of people are bullshitting. A lot of people are wasting time and energy, and they forgot what we talked about yesterday. They already forgot. They forgot. So, I'm about to lay down the hammer, guys, as we start with our good friend Joe. Joe, what is going on, Joe? Talk to me, because I thought that I could just have a good conversation here, but now I realize that the Catholic Church is also compromised. What the fuck? Okay, so before we get into anything, let's talk about the Vatican, okay? The Vatican is the home, the hub, the Mecca for the Catholic Church, right? if you guys haven't heard of the scandals of the Catholic Church, do your own research. It gets quite crazy out there. But I would just want to show you guys what the fuck's happening. So, shout out to Mike. Mike posted this. Let's go ahead and get started. Watch what Joe, our friend Joe, has to say about all this bullshit.
Even the outrage about things you should be outraged about, like Jeffrey Epstein, that outrage was balanced, right? Sort of, right? But what about the...
That was not... Where's the fucking black book, Joe? That was not balanced. That outrage was very small, okay? The man deleted himself from the Matrix within a few days of being in prison. So we know this was bullshit. So come on, Joe, give me a little bit better.
Balanced, right? Sort of, right? But what about the Catholic Church? Like, why isn't everybody really freaking out about? I was just in.
Well, I'll tell you why nobody's freaking out about the Catholic Church, because they've been brainwashed to be in an organization of 1 billion people that just label themselves something, and it's their alibi to being a pious, high quality individuals, where in reality it is a rotten place. The Vatican is rotten from the inside out. Yeah, I get it. I'm never gonna go visit the Vatican or shake hands with these pedos. I get it. I don't fucking want to. We're on this shit, all right? We're on the YouTube shit now. I don't need to go befriend no motherfucker at the UN or shit. Like, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna revolutionize and change how things are done around here, at least on my channel. And then we'll let the world do whatever the world does. But anyways.
In Italy. And one of the things.
So the Vatican is a little place, okay? A little place. I think it's like, I don't know, a couple acres. And it's what's remaining of the Roman Empire. It's its own country. They make their own rules, and they have some bullshit ass, pedophile ass rules. So, let's continue.
Things that's nuts is the Vatican is a country.
Yeah.
It's a country filled with pedophiles.
Yeah.
It's a country filled with pedophiles and stolen art. It's a small, like, 100-yard, like, what is it, 100 acres, I think?
And they also have the Vatican Bank, but we'll keep the Vatican Bank craziness for another day, where they basically hold a ton of criminals' money because they do their own books and they're not really accountable to international law. So any sort of criminal can just go in there, open up some bank accounts, and we have data of people have actually opened up bank accounts with the Vatican and deposited hundreds of millions of dollars, including Hitler.
Yeah. It's a 100-acre, country inside of a city filled with pedophiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is why I love America, man, because in the UK we have libel laws, so if you say something like that and you then
UK's for pussies.
have to be able to prove it, otherwise you can get sued.
Well, you can kind of prove.
You can hella prove this, bro. All we have to do is look at this. One simple search. Vatican pedophile scandal. Oh, no shit. Okay, shall we start with that one, or shall we go to a more reputable one? The Vatican. Oh, look. Perfect. Done. Right off the bat. All right. Right off the bat, we can know that sexual abuse scandals from the people that have relationships with
Pope Francis to resign
with God, right?
Over accusations.
That is the bullshit that we're dealing with. So, if you guys aren't familiar with it, you know, somebody said I'm from the UK, fam. Bro, get the fuck out of there, bro. As nice as Ireland was, okay, there's so many other places in the world that are so much better. Do not fall for the trap that you need to live in this little fucking island like a little prisoner, just like me in Puerto Rico, right? I'm on my way out now too, bro. I can't fucking do this island shit. It's like, it's nice, but I'm on island time. I need a little bit more faster pace. I need better roads.
Prove that. I mean, that's one. I mean,
I read the other day that I think it was until 5-6 years ago, the age of consent.
What do you think the age of consent was, ladies and gentlemen, for the Vatican to get married? I thought all these guys were celibate. I thought none of these guys could have sex. I don't know. Am I wrong here? So, what is the age of consent for the Vatican? Let me know in the comment section, chat, what you think. Okay, up until a few years ago, was the age limit to be married at God's Holy Land? Tell me Tell me, please. Tell me what you think the age of consent was in the Holy Land of God where God resides. Tell me. Tell me in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'll tell you. You guys are going to be mind-fucked. Mind-fucked. What is the age of consent? In the Pope's domain.
The other day, I think it was until 5-6 years ago, the age of consent in the Vatican City was 12 years old.
12 years old, the Vatican City, ladies and gentlemen. Up until a few years ago, the Vatican, the age of consent to have sex, right, was 12 years old. What the fuck are these Pope-ass motherfuckers? I thought they couldn't have sex. Why is there an age of consent that is 12 years, right? What the fuck is going on? Well, recently they switched it to 18 because, 12 was just, it was a little bit too old school, It was a little bit too traditional or some shit. Who knows? It was a little bit too obvious. But yes, the Vatican is full of pedophiles, and I could say it is one of the biggest criminal syndicates in the world, and that is fact.
In the Vatican.
Dude, all you have to do is convince motherfuckers, right? Very simple. All you have to do is convince motherfuckers that you are the messenger of God, okay? And at that point, anybody can do anything. Free for all, right? They went in, they pillaged people's land, they raped a ton of motherfuckers. The conquistadors said, hey, in the name of Christ, we'll just behead 1 billion people, we'll kill all the Indians, we'll kill all the North Africans, we'll kill the Muslims. We're going to take over the Holy Land. And it was just most likely a propaganda campaign, I would not doubt it, for conquest. And then they were all reduced basically to the Vatican. So, it's a good start to the day.
Vatican City was 12 years old.
Wow.
Is that true?
real?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I was just like,
pull
wow.
that up.
Jamie's going to fact check you. I hope that's not true,
Yeah.
man.
What year did that change?
I think it was about 10 years ago, something
They
like
bump
that.
it up to 13?
Yeah. Make it respectable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's
Holy
true.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh.
The Vatican City's equal age of consent being raised from 12 to 18 following the announcement of an overhaul of the Catholic Church criminal code by Pope Francis. Francis is like the most progressive guy, right? In terms of popes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. I mean,
Turns out
that's not
folks.
really saying a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
the Benedict guy, he was wanted in other countries for crimes against
Yeah, Pope Benedict was wanted for crimes against humanity for doing some atrocious stuff and hiding crazy shit. So when I tell you guys that the system is corrupt in every aspect, that's the truth, right? So from the religious institutions to the government institutions to the banking institutions, and these motherfuckers now, right? We'll talk about the GOV. They're trying to change, right, what a recession looks like. And we're going to jump into that right after. You guys are going to be mind-fucked with that one, bro. It's going to be crazy.
against humanity. I mean, like, what he was doing was really evil. He was moving offenders to other places. And one of them, he moved a guy that went on to molest 100 deaf kids.
It's
100 deaf kids. That was the people that work for the Catholic Church at its highest level. So when I tell you that a lot of power corrupts, right? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. We know that this is, and we covered, how somebody can become a pope. But what I'm doing here is I'm giving you guys perspective, right? I'm giving you guys perspective. And don't forget, right? When we get done this stream, or at the end, later on in the stream, I'm going to show you guys the key to becoming wealthy. I'm going to show it to you guys because I'm getting a ton of DMs from people being like, okay, Luke, I agree with you. I agree with your perspective, but what now? So I'm going to teach you guys. W in the chat if you guys want to get taught.
it's absolutely insane.
100.
You know?
I mean, it's insanity. I mean, this guy was already molesting, and then they say, well, let's just, instead of trying him and removing him from the church, we'll just move him to a place where people can't hear. I mean,
Fucked
It's
up,
amazing
bro.
how people.
It's fucked up. That's the name of the game. So there we have the Vatican, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are in for a treat today. You guys are in for a treat, bro. One of my boys, Mr. Mustashi, he sends me a lot of information and a lot of stuff, and I want to share that stuff with you today. Okay, I want to share that stuff with you today because the truth is, now they're trying to change, right, the definition of a recession, right? So instead of assuming responsibility for putting us in a super fuck situation, and I truly believe that the U.S. is almost over, right, as an empire. Look at this bitch. Here we have Nancy Pelosi, right? She's what? She's in her 80s. Nancy Pelosi is in her 80s. Okay? And this is what we get. This is what we get from this bitch. Listen to her.
Stuff over to the Senate. Well, most of the product that we've done is, except now what we may have added in the last day or so, and some of what we added is Senate to the bill, like a hearing. Bernie doesn't like hearing. Excuse me, Bernie.
Look at this bitch, bro. She's cooked in the head, bro. She's cooked. I don't know if she's like doing drugs or some shit. She's cooked. Listen to her.
Excuse me, Bernie loves hearing. Manchin doesn't want hearing in the bill and all that stuff. So some is Senate oriented, and then we have the family medical leave. We figured if they're putting things in, then we can put something in, even if Manchin doesn't like it. So,
she can't even finish a fucking sentence, bro. These are the people running your world. Imagine how dumb you gotta be, bro.
So we are getting some bird and privilege.
Give me in a chat. Give me an L. Give me an L for Nancy, bro. Fuck Nancy, bro. So here we have the Speaker of the House of the United States of America. It's supposed to be the biggest global power in the world. This bitch can't even finish a sentence. Look, bro, she's like MK Ultra.
Bird and privilege. I think mostly we're getting privilege scrub, because privilege strike is deadly to a bill. Bird, it's important. You have to take it out, but privilege violation can take you out. So we're again getting that as we go along as well. But when we pass a bill, then they will see it in its aggregate and make some.
Why the fuck does nothing make sense, bro? Like, I remember 0 words of what this bitch is saying.
This is, quote, messaging, because that they have to take some of those things out regardless, no matter what you send over. You said you weren't going to send a messaging bill.
Hang on, I gotta see if she does this little Mark Zuckerberg sip. Anthony, send me the Mark Zuckerberg water sip.
And make some.
Any concerns that any of this is, quote, messaging, because that they have to take some of those things out regardless, no matter what you send over? You said you weren't going to send a messaging bill.
No, we're not sending a messaging bill, but we want to be sure that what we send is not birdable or.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bird bath or privilege scrub.
Bro, she's cooked in the fucking head, bro. Bro, Nancy's cooked in the fucking head. What the fuck is she saying?
Or bird bath or privilege scrub. They're the two exercise.
Don't look at no motherfucker as if it's their fault for not understanding you, Nancy. Bitch. You're like, hey, don't you guys get my point? Don't you guys get my point? Bro, she's MK Ultra out of her fucking mind. Bro, I'm showing you guys this bullshit. So when these people talk, you understand that they're absolute imbeciles. Right? Bird back the bird privilege. What the fuck is happening? This is some Matrix shit, bro. When the Matrix like hits you with a glitch and it's like, okay, like, yeah, like this shit is kind of weird.
Or bird bath or privilege scrub. They're the two exercises.
Bro, she's losing it, bro. She's losing it. These are the people that run your country, bro. Just so you get it. Just so you get it. These are the people that run your country. So, now let's continue to a better side, okay? Now let's continue to a better side. So, we got this bitch who's now the press secretary, okay, of the White House, Karine, right? Karine. Let's talk a little bit about inflation, Karine. What we got going on here?
We're seeing what we're seeing is that
we're seeing
that we are in a transition.
We're in a transition.
And we had this strong
we got this strong economic boom, aka we printed trillions of dollars, and now we're facing the consequences of it. But we're gonna lie to you.
Economic growth because of the work that this president.
Bro, Joe Biden ain't done shit.
Of the work that this president has done in the past 18 months, and now what we're seeing is a transition into stable and steady growth.
Stable and steady growth? Bitch, do you really want me to pull up the U.S. debt? Clock. Real time. U.S. debt, bitch. $250,000 of debt per citizen. How is this steady growth? Tell me. How? Look how much money we're spending. Look at the debt. It goes up 100 grand every fucking 3 seconds. What's the steady growth? What's the steady growth? Tell me. Look at this shit, bro. We're in the red on like everything. Look at this. Look at our debt, bro. 30 trillion fucking dollars, bro. I'm telling you guys, this is a national public debt that outstands, right? This is the outstanding debt that we have across everything. All of it. Every single bit. Every single debt. There's $250,000 of debt per taxpayer and per citizen, which is babies and all that shit. Don't even work, don't even support the economy. 90 grand per motherfucker, bro. Motherfuckers don't even have $1,000 in their bank account, and we out here clocking 30 trillion in debt. And Joe Biden's speaker, right? This bitch.
We're seeing what we're seeing is that
has the audacity to tell us that we're seeing steady growth. I'm putting you guys onto some serious shit. Come on, hit me with that W, bro. I know you guys ain't seen that chart before. I know you guys ain't seen that. Now you get it? Now when you see those big ass numbers, like, holy fuck, bro, what are we spending 100 racks on every 3 seconds, dude? Yeah, we're spending it on infrastructure and on guns. Oh, we're spending it on defense and defense contracts, and we're sending it to the Ukraine because, bro, this is some bullshit. Some bullshit.
we're seeing what we're seeing is that we are in a transition.
We're in a transition from more debt to more debt.
And we had this strong economic growth.
Bro, she's lying and she's lying. This bitch is lying, bro. In your face.
And we had this strong economic
Bro, she's lying to you. Do you get it? She thinks you're dumb. You're a dumb fuck, bro.
growth because of the work that this president has done in the past 18 months. And now what we're seeing is a transition.
A transition from 30 trillion in debt to 50 trillion in debt.
Into stable.
Stable, bro. Look at the... I'm lying to you. Somebody said don't blame her. She's just reading the teleprompter. Of course you blame her, bro. She's a fucking speaker. Okay, now you guys want to see some crazy ass shit? Ready? So Wikipedia, last week, this was the definition for a recession. Let me pull it up. This was the definition for a recession. Okay? A recession is a business cycle contraction when there's a general decline in economy. Okay? And it's constituted by what? Look at this. Okay? This is July 11th. There's no global consensus. This is what they're telling you right now, that there's no global consensus as to what the definition of inflation is, of a recession. And now these guys, okay, this is how crazy this shit's gotten. They've even fucking manipulated Wikipedia. They're out here changing Wikipedia articles to redefine what it means to have a recession. It's crazy. Look at this. There is no global consensus on the definition of recession. Like, they're adding the fucking sentence because they're trying to change the definition. Okay, so I'm like, let me do my research, right? This is, I get, somebody sends this to me and I'm like, okay, let me do my research. Maybe we're just not giving these motherfuckers a fair shot. So, let's see where we stand with the shit. Okay, perfect. The first thing that we notice, bro, this is such a fucking fraud, bro. The first thing we notice is now there's these bullshit pop-ups that show up on the top of Wikipedia, okay, that says an outdated version of the article has been widely circulated. Please check if claims or screenshots you've seen are consistent with what's currently here. Okay? They're switching shit back and forth, and the moment that they get caught is the moment that they try to give you different definitions, right? So, oh man. 2 consecutive quarters of decline in the country's real gross, and it's not gross, okay? This is false, is commonly used to be defined as a recession. Okay, this right there is also domestic, because it's gross domestic product. Now, I'm like, okay, let me do my research. So I go to Investopedia, I check it out, I'm doing my research, because you guys got to get educated, right? If these motherfuckers are out here now changing the definition of recession, okay? So I'm like, okay, let's see who, who's actually giving us this data, right? So I'm like, okay, let's see if we can find the sources for all this data. Who are all the sources? So I start doing some research on the sources, and then let me see where it is. I think it's back here. Where is it? The BEA. Hang on, guys. I need to flip back and forth, show this to you guys. I just don't want to spoil all the surprises to you guys with these links. I got some crazy shit I'm going to show you today. Not that. Where is it? Oh, okay, perfect. So, where are you? Okay. What's the article? I'm trying to find this fucking article about what is the recession. Fuck, I can't find it, guys. Give me a second. L in the chat, whatever. I'm gonna find this shit. You guys are gonna be excited. Let me find it. Where are the sources? Damn it, I can't find it. Anyways, where are you? Where are the sources? Is it this one? I think I don't have it. Shit. Okay, I think I deleted it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Long story short, I'm doing my research and I'm like, okay, what are the sources? What are the sources of this information? So I do my research. I'm like, okay, I need to find the resources for all of this bullshit. Who are the sources that dictate whether this is legit? So let's see if I can look it up in my history. Guys, I have to show this to you because definition of recession. Let's see if I have the article already pulled up. Okay, watch this, bro. I found it. The G found it. Okay, so I'm looking at the news. There's this article, and they basically want to say, yes, there's an official definition for recession. Though some people claim, right, this was just put out, yesterday. Though some people claim 2 consecutive quarters of GDP decline constitutes a recession, there's no official definition in the US. So that's what these motherfuckers are telling you, right? So they automatically think that you're dumb fuck and that they can just put out press and they give you this green check mark, right, to make sure that it's legit, verify. Okay, and you start reading, I'm like, okay, perfect. So GDP is measured by whatever. So, okay, so is there an official recession, right? Is there an official definition of recession? They're like, yeah, this is the official definition of a recession. And it's not that we've been in 2 negative quarters. So I'm like, okay, let's look at the sources. First, NBER. I'm like, what the fuck is the NBER? What is the NBER? Okay, let's pull up the NBER. So here we have the BEA.gov, right? NBER. I'm like, okay. So this article, the sources of this article are the BEA, so the US Bureau of Economic Analysis, and then the National Bureau of Economic Research. So I go to the National Bureau of Economic Research. I'm like, okay, about leadership in government. Okay, let's check this shit out. This is when you hear all the bullshit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is when you hear all the bullshit about nonprofit organizations and NGOs that are unbiased. Check this out. The National Bureau of Economic Research, which, by the way, to give you context, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Where's the article? Right here. This news outlet is telling you that the sources for their truth, one, is the International Monetary Fund, a government, basically they run the world. It's like the International Fed. Some bullshit ass Alan Jin dude we'd never even heard of that goes to San Diego University and teaches there for some shit. Okay, he's a PhD. This is who we're supposed to rely on. Okay, so they tell us the following. So we go to their first source right here, NBER. That's their first source of legitimacy. Okay, so okay, perfect. Who are they? Is governed by a board of directors that consists of 51 members from the leading North American research university, economics professional organizations, and business labors, blah, 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 blah. This is who we're supposed to be. I'm like, okay, so are they a for-profit? Are they not for-profit? Tell me a little bit more about you. Okay, the National Bureau of Economic Research is a private, nonpartisan organization that facilitates cutting-edge investigation and analysis of major economic issues. Okay, so nonpartisan, so you're not affiliated with anybody, right? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, perfect. You got 38 Nobel Peace Prize winners, all this bullshit that's supposed to be legitimacy, and guess what happens? Support and funding. Who funds this? Okay, so the first thing that it says is NBER research is supported by grants from the government agencies or private foundations by corporation or individual contributions. So this company that's supposed to be our verdict of truth, right? Their money comes from the government, from private foundations like the Gates Foundation or these foundations or the Clinton Foundation, corporations and individual contributions. So basically, you don't do what I say, right? We cut your funding. That's what they're telling you. So, shall we look at spam W in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Spam 1 in the chat. Who you think? I'm gonna scroll down here and I'm gonna show you guys, right? Who the supporters are. Tell me. Give me a 1 in the chat if you want me to show you guys. If you guys want me to show you who are the supporters that fund your so-called truth, your so-called fact checkers. Are you ready for this one? These are the guys that are telling you that we're not in a recession. These are the guys that are telling you we are not in a recession, and they are the source of authority. Most people wouldn't even dig that deep. They would just look at it and be like, yeah, but the NBER has validated that this is legit, right? That's what these fuckers would tell you. You ready? Scroll down. Government foundations. I gotta change myself up here. So government and foundational support. We got the Social Security Company, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Now you ready to see the corporate sponsors? Johnson & Johnson, Citibank, Deutsche Bank, Google, Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Vanguard. These are the people paying for these so-called, think tanks that give you all the solutions and are the sources of truth. And finally, these are the Summer Institute supporters that are telling you that we're not in a recession. Who is it that's telling you we're not in a recession? Bank of Italy, Bank of Canada, Bank of England, Bank of France, Bank of Japan, Deutsche Bank, Netherlands Bank. These are the clowns that just put us in a recession. These are the motherfuckers that are telling you, no, trust our sources. Trust our sources. You see, so when these fuckers come to you and they're like, bro, what are the facts? You don't know the facts. The scientific data. Let me talk to you about the scientific data. Bro, who do you think's paying for these studies, bro? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Learn how to do your research. This is how you start waking the fuck up. So yesterday I gave you guys the truth, and today I'm validating it by now telling you that they control the information stream and that they are the source of legitimacy for people. Look, these are the sources. This is the source. This is your source. Hidden in the shadows, Bill Gates. Welcome to the game. Spam W in the chat if you guys like that shit. Spam W in the chat if you guys like that shit. Come on, I'm doing the research so you don't have to. At the end of the stream, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to tell you guys how you can achieve whatever it is that you want. How to get whatever it is that you want. How you can get whatever it is that you want. Somebody said, don't do no research. Do all the research. You guys should be cross-referencing everything that I say. All of it. All of it. Before we continue, I need some likes in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. The likes are a little bit dry today. Do not get comfortable with me. Do not get comfortable with me. All right? I need that like button. Spam that shit. It's free. You're out here liking Kylie Jenner's ass, and she ain't doing nothing for you. So hit me with that like. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go with the first one. We see the bullshit. I hope you guys now have some more clarity regarding the condition of the world. Okay? We talked about BlackRock yesterday. For those that didn't watch yesterday's stream, make sure you go back and watch it. Okay? Make sure you go back and watch it. But now, I want to show you guys a little bit more. A little bit more. But first, I need a little bit more likes. I need a couple more likes. And then, I'm going to show you. So now they're out here cooking the definition of a recession, right? So they put you in a recession. They think you're a dumb motherfucker. And now they swap. They swap the definition of recession in front of your fucking face. And most people will be like, yeah, but we're technically in a recession. Like, look at what the government is saying. They said that we're not in a recession. and these motherfuckers are changing the definition, and now the page is locked. So that means that the page can't be changed. That's basically what they're telling you. The page can't be changed anymore. It can't be altered like Wikipedia often lets you do. So there you go. Now, this is the difference. Look at the changes. Look at this changes. This was previously Wikipedia, and this is now. Although the definition of recession between different countries and scholars varies, 2 consecutive quarters of decline in a country, real gross domestic product, is commonly used as a practical definition of a recession. Boom. Eliminated. 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 All of it. All of it. Crazy, bro. Crazy. So here we have what's happening in the world. We got our friend Nancy. We got Joe. And that's what I wanted to show you guys so far for today on Twitter. I'm your host, Luke Belmar.